I'm here with Jon Byrne, who is a recording artist from the northwest of England. Hi, John.
Hiya.
Um, First of all, could you tell us really what sort of artist would you say that you are?
Um, I'd say, uh, well, probably piss artist, to be honest.
Piss artist.
Yeah, piss artist.
Um, what would you say? I'm interested to know what books are you sort of reading currently, John?
At the moment, I'm reading something called Gangland to God, which is a book about this Geordie fella. He's, a big fella in the northeast, a gangster, who sort of finds God. Really, it's quite interesting. But I was thinking, if I was to get sort of quite big, successful, or whatever, I would get this guy as my security because two reasons. One being he's met somebody who is the most famous man in history, Jesus Christ, and two, he could probably take 20 men down just by looking at him.
Would you tell us, John, what sort of annoys you about life?
Yeah, greedy bastards and people who just kill things for no reason.
Could you tell me what would you say is your sort of greatest achievement in your life so far?
Um, I think thinking about it, when when I was young, I was about 12, something like that. Me and my mate went out on our bikes in Barrow, and we went down the docks. There's loads of wasteland and that down there then, and we were just riding about and that. Next thing, we got a load of gypsies come over and kicked us off our bikes. Loads of them. They had like rats, big dead rats on big long pieces of wire, and they were just whipping us with them, like hitting us in the face and that. We were crying. They took our bikes off us. They were taking the wheels off. Don't know what they were doing there. And they had a little fire going. I didn't know what was going on. It was like some medieval mental shit going down. So they tied us up. I tell people this, and they're like, "That's bollocks." I'm like, "This happened. I'm telling you." I don't know where I don't know where the fuck they were from, but they were there, getting medieval on our asses, and then so they were swinging these rats about, and I just kept thinking in my mind, they're gonna fucking burn us. We're gonna die. I'm going to die. I've not even got past 12. This is a disgrace. I remember sort of wriggling free. I sort of got up. My mate was still tied up, and I thought, shit. I looked at my bike. I thought, fuck the bike. My mum couldn't tell me off or whatever. So I legged it. I ran, and I fucking ran. And sort of, I was legging it down Salthouse Road, and I thought, oh shit, I can't do this. I'm going to regret this for the rest of my life. I feel like I've deserted him. So I went back for him, and when I got back there, I sort of like hid behind this little mound, and he was naked. They'd stripped him off, right, whipping him with the rats and all that. They were all sort of like, he was crying his eyes out. He looked terrible. I was just thinking, shit, I gotta do something here. So I felt like, oh, the only thing I could think of doing is just going mental, just acting like I was totally mental. And I just sort of started screaming, throwing my arms about, flapping about, like screaming like some sort of mad, sort of deranged bird. And I just ran straight at the fire. and just booted it, like just booted the fire, and the fire, all the cinders were just flying everywhere. I think there was a dog on fire somewhere, and everyone it was pandemonium. And as all the commotion was going on, I managed to wriggle him free, and we legged it. Right, he was naked. Oh, fuck his clothes, didn't he? They were burning his clothes anyway. So somebody had a burning sock on their head. So we just legged it down Salthouse Road. And we got home, and we I remember sitting there, I made him get dressed. It was a bit uncomfortable, and we were just thinking, I think we should appreciate how fucking lucky we are not to be dead, because you hear these stories, don't you? So that was probably my greatest achievement. I felt a bit like Bruce Willis that day, and I've never bought a pack of fucking pegs again.
Okay, it's very interesting. You were telling me earlier about the new composition that you've written. It sounds very interesting. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Something wrong with your voice? Yeah. I was sitting there the other day and I was drinking, thinking. I like to do a lot of drinking, a lot of thinking. So I was sat there drinking and thinking. I was thinking, I'm sort of quite intrigued by the idea of if somebody's told they're going to die by the doctor, they know exactly how long they've got left, how much that's going to change it and have an effect on you. Because I think if you knew when you were going to die, you would definitely live your life differently. So I was very interested in that, and I thought, right, let's write a story then about this fellow who goes to the doctor. He says you've got hardly any time left, and so he sort of makes this point of, well, how long have I got? And he says, well, I wouldn't even bother going on. I'd cancel your holiday because you're not going to see it. He's got a holiday in a few weeks, whatever. So the story really is about him living out his last days, how he wants to, doing everything he wants to, and the story's about that. It's called Holiday.
Okay, thank you very much, Jon Byrne. It's been very interesting talking to you. We'd like to end today with Jon singing his new composition, which is Holiday.
I went to see the doctor and he told me he was gonna die. And I watched my life pathetically, that is undoubtedly dull, flash by. He said, I can hold your hand if you want me to. I said, how long do I have? He said, I'd cancel your holiday. So I walked into town, I got a teaser and a carpenter's knife. Broke into the house of my boss and he looked a little cross when I told him I was there to end his awful life. I said, I can hold your hand if you want me to, but I gotta kill you quick 'cause I'm canceling my holiday. Next on my list was leaving my horrendous wife. So I met her and I told her that I hated and despised her. I told my spoiled kids I didn't want them in my life. I said, I can't stand the whole greedy lot of you. Hope I don't see you in the next life, and I'm canceling the holiday. So I sold everything I've ever owned in my entire life. spent some time getting high, buying women every night. But much to my surprise, I was staying alive, thinking I can't understand why I'm still here. 'Cause right about now I would be on my holiday. Well, I went back to the doctor and he looked shocked to see that I still had life. I said, what the hell's going on? Everything in my life is gone. I ditched my kids, I've killed my boss, I've left my wife. He said, I can hold your hand if you want me to. I said, just tell me why I'm not dead, 'cause I should be on my holiday. He said, it must be a miracle, however else could this be? It's John Kenny with a K. I said, no, it's John Kenny with a C. He said, oh my God, between you and me, I've had the wrong notes upon my screen. 'Cause John Kenny with a K just died peacefully on holiday.